if I don't get up in the morning, I'm going to lose everything. I'm not going to be able to keep my job. I won't be able to pay the bills. And you know what? I've lost that fire in my belly. I don't know if this sounds familiar to you, or you know somebody that says this. I'm hearing it a lot, and it's maybe because I'm looking for patterns in people's thinking, because whatever way you're thinking is going to define how you feel. So just stick with me in this video, and I'm going to try and explain to you how you can possibly just get out of that motivation, that fire in your belly that like is probably connected in with fear. It's the reason you get up in the morning, because if you don't get up, bad things could happen. And that can actually connect together. That fear and that motivation can connect together. So the problem is that you will actually get through the day, or you will get through the week, or even through your life by using that as motivation. But it's not the only motivation that's available to you if you just kind of just take a little step back and look at how you could resolve this and make it into something more positive. Now, the other motivation is having that fire in your belly where you're looking forward to something, like when you're getting your first car and you're saving up for it, and you've got that kind of motivation. You get up in the morning, you go to work, it ain't so bad, you know, and you're going about your day because you know that in your mind there's something you're going to get rewarded in some way. And you're going on a holiday, and you're thinking about like all the good time that you're going to have, and you're saving your money, and you're kind of like, you've something to look forward to. You have a clear picture in your mind of how good things are going to be. That's a fire in your belly. Now, one of them is going to drive you out of desire, which is the positive one, and the other one is going to drive you out of necessity and under duress. So you'll go through your life, but you're going to be using the wrong fire. And I just see that because of what I do, I see patterns in these feelings that people get stuck in. And my job is to get them to change the way that they talk to themselves inside about what's happening outside, and to be able to use your imagination on purpose to stir up better feelings. So how you motivate yourself in a positive way and get that fire back in your belly, it's about having some hope, some possibility that something better is going to happen, and having the ability to create an image in your mind, a clear distinction of why you're doing what you're doing and what you're moving towards. Now, it's only a picture, so it's not like if you think about affirmations and stuff like that, a lot of people lose trust in them and lose faith in them because sometimes they don't work out when you think positive all the time and then something goes wrong. So the solution to changing this, part of the solution is being able to get out of the low mood first, and then start creating a picture in your mind, imagining something better that's going to happen when you do what you do and why you do what you do. It's very hard to do it when you're in a low mood, and I wouldn't recommend you do it in a low mood, because that low mood is not going to give you access to information that's positive. So if you're trying to make positive affirmations in a low mood, and you're waking up in the morning with a fire in your belly, but it's out of fear, and then you're trying to make positive affirmations, those two can wire together. The positive affirmations can wire together. And plus, positive pictures and positive outcomes are not available in a low mood. So first thing I would say that you should do is start to like wait till, I want to say like get out of the low mood, because there's going to be so many questions about that. How do I get out of the low mood? Just wait for a time when you're in a better mood, like when you have people over or there's something positive happening, and you're kind of taken out of your low mood, and you forget about your problems, and you're kind of having a laugh and a joke, and you know, maybe you walk in the park and things are quite nice. If you ever get those moments, I know they're hard to come by, but if you do get something like that and a moment like that, that's when you make the affirmation. Now remember, it's only a tool to stir up feelings. They're not real pictures. You know, if you say to someone, I want you to imagine life being better, but yeah, but that's just my imagination. But also, that's how you do the problem. You're imagining why your life is bad, and you're imagining what things could go wrong. So using your imagination on purpose to create better images about what could be is about stirring up feelings now. So it's only a tool to make you feel better now. Like, think about how you want to be as a person when you're in the future, and you've got all the things that you really want to do, have done. How would you feel? And that, when I'm saying that, all that is just language to make you feel better now, because when you make those better pictures, you do feel better, especially if you're persistent with it, right? So if you're using that as a tool to make yourself feel better, how you want to be, being is now. So you're just using it as a motivator, It's not like as if it's going to happen or not happen. I can't tell if it's going to happen or not happen. I can't tell you if my positive affirmations are going to work out. But here's one thing I do know: I have a better ride along the way, because the space between now and then is going to be where I get all of the stuff done, you know. And that's where I'm maximum point of power is when I'm in a good mood. I'm able to resolve challenges much easier. Whereas if I'm in a low mood, I just don't do anything. I just want to get out and done. And then it comes to the point where you're just like, shit, I'm way behind. I better get this thing done or I'm going to be in trouble. And then you're motivated. But is that a good fire in your belly to motivate you? So try as best you can to notice when you're in a better mood, when you're not focused on all the good things, you're just kind of having a laugh, you're just doing something where you're just in a kind of a neutral state or you're in a positive state. And then just sit there, even if there's people around, and just start to practice making pictures of how you see yourself in the future, like without context, without even a background, or you're not on the beach or anything like that. It's just you standing in a plain space, with standing positive and, holding yourself, looking like that if someone looked at you, just say, Jez, you look great. Everything's look like you look like you're happy. They'd notice like from across the room, but you're not putting yourself somewhere because your mind will try and connect that place to the feeling. That's what it kind of does. It's looking to kind of make things connect all the time. So just as best you can, see yourself in a space, a clear space with no background, and see yourself how you want to be as a being, as a person. And as you see yourself like that, your mind starts to make the picture, and it will start to create chemistry in your body, and your body's going to be listening to your mind depending on what pictures you make in your mind. And that's where the energy is created, in the moment right now. And when you get those feelings, then ask yourself what you want to do next, in the smallest next step. Not next year or next week. It's like, I feel pretty good now. What do I want to do? And the first thing you might want to do is just get out of bed, because a lot of people are just feel like they're stuck in bed and they don't want to get up because they're not motivated by desire. They wait till the fear gets really bad and people are knocking at the door looking for money. Then they go, shit, I better get my act together. So as best you can, wait till you're in a better mood. Don't do it when you're in a bad mood, because it just doesn't work as well. Don't make plans when you're in a bad mood, because the dangers, they might wear together, and they'll colour each other. And plus, you won't be able to come up with any good ideas when you're feeling bad. So wait till it's just randomly you're in a better mood. You're just at the off the phone with somebody. You're out walking, doing something, and then start making pictures. But as soon as you feel yourself going into a bad mood, stop. Wait till you're out of the bad mood. And the more you do that, and the more persistent you are at it, and the more consistent you are, then the more it's going to light up that part of your brain till it becomes natural and it becomes as automatic as the old problem was. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.